Hello again, everybody. I'd like to welcome you to Coppercoin's Coin Roll Hunt Reveal E017, a 1964D original wrapped roll. I'm your host, Eric, and we'll get started here in a few minutes. If you enjoy videos like this, make sure you subscribe, hit the notifications button, and don't forget to hit the like button. Hey, Paul and Otis, how you guys doing today? Hey Dennis, how you doing? Some people some time to get in here, and we'll get started. Oh, I got to find something here. Let me look for the giveaway while. Well, darn. I wonder what I did with it. I am going to have to get one later, but I will be giving away a 1964D RPM. I have misplaced a box of 64D RPMs. Maybe there's some in here. Let me look. Nope, none in here. Huh, I just had it because they were in the same as the 62s. All right, Raymond, Purvis, Sandigger, Otis, welcome. All right, we got some people in here. So I will be giving away an RPM, like I said, a 64D RPM. I'm not sure which one. I have to dig one out of the box. But I am going to pull the chip. And the lucky chip is number 5. So I will write a note right now so I don't forget to give it to number 5. All right, and we will bust this roll open. We are doing a 64D wrapped roll, the roll that is right under the corner there in front of the flips. I'm going to open it up right now and get this show rolling. We will pay a little more attention to the reverse. Yeah, I agree, Stonecutter. 64Ds, they either got stuff or they don't. I guess that goes for all of them, but more so on 64Ds. They're not as prolific as the 59, 60s, and 61s. But they do have more double dies and stuff like that. All right. Hey, Raymond. All right, coin number 1 goes to Raymond. Look at that. All right, we got noting on the mint marker date. Let me see, where is that? All right, that's just mush. I will be looking at all these coins again under the loop. All right, and the reverse, a little bit late die state. Hey, Paul Hampton. All right, the first one's in the books. Hey, Coin Junkie, how you doing today? Coin number 2 goes to Stanley. It was pretty abraded, wasn't it? It was definitely really late die state. This one's in a little better shape than the last one. Gotta hope we find something in these rolls. I think I got lots of them, almost a whole bag full. It would be nice. Coin number 3 goes to Carl. Hey, Carl. I think we're going to find that this is the same die as the second coin. And it is not. Oh, maybe it is. Let me see. It is. Look at that. I just checked the other one with the loop real quick. Oh, my little dog came and visiting me. Hope that doesn't start the war. Coin number 3 goes to Paul Hampton. Die state is when they first hang new dies, the coins that are struck are early die state, and I'll get into that here a little bit. I'll try to tell you how to tell the difference. It does. That's why we're looking at the whole coin. Right around here, like this is a mid die state coin. There's a little bit of wear starting towards the edges, and we'll show you when we get a late die state, either obverse or reverse. And this is mid state, mid die state, reverse also. Oh, that one sat on that rubber wheel for a while. But basically, what determines the die state is the age of the die. The older it is, the less sharp it is, to put it in like layman's terms. The next coin is for Jim Fletcher. See, this would be mid die state also. But you see right here, Purvis, on the T, where it's starting to like pull out towards the rim. As the die ages, that will increase. So there'll be a lot less detail there. Hey, Wanda. Raymond, Farm Dog. It's great to see you. Oh, coin number 5 was the winner of the RPM that I didn't get out. God, terrible. And I lost the box that had the 64 RPMs in it too. So I will put this note on here. So congratulations to Jim Fletcher. Coin number 6 goes to Taco John. I got all the reveals out. Everybody should be receiving them. So now I'm trying to put my office back together slightly until the construction starts. All right, Parvis, this is a little bit this is a little bit to like late mid die state. You see how it's kind of pulling towards the rim? And it gets even mushier than that. Man, this counting wheel was aggressive on these. What do you mean, what's my timeline? On what die state that coin was? If that's it, it had a late to mid die state obverse and a late die state reverse. I agree. That's kind of the way to put it, Wanda. Oh God, it's probably going to be months. But I got a call from the insurance adjuster today saying that he'll have a breakdown for me within 5 to 7 working days, that it's in underwriting right now, whatever that means. And he claims that I'm going to be pleased with what he has to offer me. I'm skeptical, but I'm trying to be positive with the whole thing. Right. Yeah. I've heard a lot of horror stories, but then you hear the same stories from people saying, oh, they did great. And so I don't know. Like, I know I'm trying to just secure to have my roof fixed, and I'll pay for it and then go after the insurance company if I have to. But even that's probably going to be a couple months away. And everything else you can't touch until that gets fixed. Coin number 8 goes to Ant. Come on, we got to get something. Yeah, I hope I'm pleased too, Paul. Oh, I saved the coins. My wife thought that was hilarious. When the water started coming in, the first thing I did was save all the coins. I stayed up for a long time bailing water while it was raining. Yet not one coin got affected by it at all. Coin number 9 goes to Sissy. I talked to him. His foot, he's didn't break it, but he's going to be off his foot for a while. And he's feeling okay, but he's going to be probably out of commission for a couple weeks. Hopefully not, but that's kind of what I'm gathering from it. He ended up dropping like a storage piece of furniture shelf on the end of his foot. Coin number 10 goes to Kelly Ray. And Kelly Ray looks to get a normal obverse. See if this is the die with the button on the bottom. No, it's not. Yay. Different die. Right? He will be slowly working on getting his packages out to you, but he can't stand much, so I know for the next couple days he's probably going to do nothing. But you will, guys, will get your stuff. Like, you know. The next coin is for Jim Fletcher. I'm just trying to keep everybody informed. There, Parvis. This is pretty late die state right here. Still not very late, but it's late. Ooh, nice. Coin number 12 goes to Klaus. No, come on. Give us something good. I'm really starting to like looking at coins under the microscope. I actually hunted 3 rolls in the microscope. Usually I hit the recliner and watch TV and search. And I didn't. Those rolls I had out to search, I ended up doing them on the microscope. It was kind of fun. Hey, Grouse the Ghoul. Oh, they are. The only issue I have with it is you see stuff that is so minor that you would never see it with the loop. Yeah, that was always my issue. That, and I always had lighting issues. It still kind of do. I have to turn the light down so I don't get a lot of reflection. But I don't miss anything. Like I said, that 70D roll, we plucked out some RPM number 2s, and that's a tough one, especially in that die state or die stage. I enjoy it, Parvis. I do this every single day, and if I wasn't doing it with you guys, I'd be doing it by myself. Coin number 14 goes to Parvis. Yeah, I ended up getting the light, the specimen light, and have indirect lighting on it. Hey, Richard Sappington, how you doing today? So far, there's nothing to peek at. I would be surprised if NGC even uses a loop. I don't know for sure. I have my suspicions. Talking to a couple people that work there as graders, that they might have like a little magnifying window. they don't spend a whole lot of time on your coin. I'm pretty sure that they're expected to grade like 100 coins an hour. Next coin is for penny hoarder. And at 100 coins an hour, that doesn't give them a whole lot of time to look at your coin. Now, I don't know that for certain. I just was told by one of the person I know that used to grade there, he says they don't use loops. But I'm sure they have some sort of magnifier. You know, they probably have one of those big ones, or they have the eyeglasses that go on. That's possible too. But like the loop that, wow, this is late die state. As far as the loops like we use where you hold them, I don't think they use that. And I do know, like J.T. Stanton, he used to say that anything that went in the cherry picker's guide had to be easily visible with a 7x loop. That's, 7x loop doesn't show a whole lot, so it really has to be right in your face. The next coin is for Taco John. I thought we saw something there for a minute. Is that what? Yes, something like that. But, they do an okay job. I don't agree with the grades, and that's my problem with grading, is there's too much human equation built into it. But it does, offer authenticity and stuff like that. So there's some need for it. I'm not like a total negative person on it. Especially when you get into big money stuff. I mean, when it comes to pennies, unless you want a real pristine coin, you can probably shop the raw stuff. Well, they say that if you use too strong of a loop, and I know those people that are gem cutters, they use real strong ones, that it can damage the muscles in your eyes. They say that you always want to keep both eyes open and, try to get a loop. The better the loop, the better the eye relief is on it. The next coin is for Yeoman. It's just like a rifle scope. You get a good scope, you can look right through it. You get a cheap scope and you're squinting and trying to find the center and moving all around. Loops are the same way. Yeah, I didn't even think about that when it comes to... You would think that they would have those big shield setups too, with the loops built into the shield. Coin number 19 goes to Crispy. Well, I thought I saw something on this, but no. My whole thing on that is, and I'm sure they have different graders for real precious coins than they do for the modern coins. I would hope so, anyways. Where they would spend more time on a precious coin. But you get you get caught in traffic as a grader on the way to work and it's raining, does that make every coin get a half a grade less or 1 grade less, or you've gotten into a fight with your spouse? There's all sorts of human emotions that can come into grading coins. Coin number 20 goes to Klaus. I just wonder how much it affects it, but I'm certain it does. It affects everything else in our life. I will give you a call, Parvis. I've just been like insanely busy. I was out working on my fence all day today. I'm trying to do stuff that I can get done and just keep the receipts. Yep, had a few too many the night before. Exactly. But then again, do I think that they should have computers do it? I don't. Because that just gives more chances for something funky to go on. I don't know. I guess I'm just weird in my ways. Well, and I think you're going to see, because they're going to start grading their own coins, CAC is, that within a couple months, all the dedicated graders are going to say, this isn't for me. I want to look at some nice coins and grade them properly. I don't want to do 100 coins in an hour. It's going to turn into the same thing that happened with all the other graders. They start out great, and then they get buried. So then they're hiring people that don't even grade coins. They're trying to teach people to grade coins. But, hey, let's hope. You never know. That's true. I would say that it is. That it will. That everybody will have to step their game up. Got a little strike through on the obverse and reverse on this coin. The way I've been doing it, Grouse, is the people that participate in the roll, because a lot of times you get a roll that has nothing in it, and I want to make it where one of the people that are participating at least get something in case the roll's a skunk roll. I might start doing some other types of giveaways. I'm not sure yet. I'd have to think about a good way to do that. The next coin is for Crispy. You know, that would be kind of a good thing to do. So I guess you don't have to be a member. You just have to be participating in the roll at this point. My dogs lay around and do nothing all day long. Don't make a peep. Don't make a sound. And now they're rolling around the floors like puppies. Probably can hear them. Oh, there's a blob of wax on that one. Oh, that sounds cool. Sounds excellent. I know that I've got the Belomo set. That it's 7X, 10X, 15X, and 20X. And then I got the Bausch & Lomb 10, 14, and 20. And I don't like, the only ones out of all of them that I like is the Belomo 10X. Is really great. It's got great eye relief on it. And the Bausch & Lomb 14X is the same way. Yeah, and it still takes them 6 months. And when they say that, they do say that 3 graders look at your coins. I've heard that too. So it's not just 1.6 minutes. It's actually 4.8 minutes totally on the coin. Then they have to put it in the slab, and it's got to go through quality control. So there is other mechanisms that it goes through just besides the grader's hands. Yeah, you would think at that speed they could get them done fast. But like I say, my opinion of the grading companies is kind of indifferent. I think they have their place, but I also think that there's a lot of human error involved in it. I guess that's the quick version of the whole thing. Coin 24 goes to Taco John. Almost to the halfway point here. Seen this die a few times now. Well, between that kind of stuff, the difference between a 69 and 70 is everything. Oh, it's no biggie. It's no biggie, Stonecutter. Coin 25, the halfway point to Stonecutter. And that. Hopefully we find something in this. Man. One of the big indicators I find on the back of most of the Memorial double dies is you get a thick FG. There are some that don't really have it, but that's like the main giveaway on most of them. So that's why I scan and usually slow down over the FG. Because if I see a fat one, I go back and look at everything even more. All right, let me wrap these first 25 coins up so we don't have the you-know-what, the dreaded coin avalanche. All right, we're off. The next coin is for Stanley. A lot of them need to be graded. I mean, I would want a 1909 SVDB to be graded, especially if I was just an average collector. But when you're talking about $5 coins, I don't think there's a need for it. And I understand a lot of these that you see out there, it's they put 100 out of mint sets or proof sets, and they're looking to get 70s out of it. So everything else they just sell for the fees they got into the grading. 64D rolls are tough, JM. I mean, they're either huge or they're nothing, but you can't find it if you don't search. I've got a bunch of 64D rolls, and I think we've searched 3, and we've found RPMs in 2, but not a lot of RPMs. This one we haven't found anything in. So I've got a new 63D roll that's supposed to be coming to me that I'll probably do next week, and then I'll probably do a 60D and another date. I've done the 70, or after this week I'll have done all the 70s, and so I'll probably wait a while before I do another 70S, 70D, 70P bunch. I do want to do a 71P roll coming up next week too, as the request roll. And if there's a date you want, let me know in the chat and I will work one in. I would like to search some dates that we don't search all the time. The next coin is for Carl. I'm thinking about doing an 89p roll coming up, maybe an 88p roll. 1940. That's a tough one. I mean, if I get my hands on one, the one or two that I have been searched already. So, yeah, 63D. That's going to be next week. I'm going to have a 63D roll coming up. Oh, that's another date. After 61, the memorials get kind of stingy after 61. 62, 63, 64 have a lot less RPMs, but they have more doubled dies. So, there's probably the equal amount of stuff to look for, but there's a lot of times you get a roll that doesn't have anything in it. Coin 29 goes to Kelly Ray. I'm still just elated over the finding in that 70D roll. And I was lucky enough to have another roll of those, so I actually got one for myself too. I was so worried. I was like, man, that's one I've been needing forever in my master set. Those are, I always have luck with those tubes because nobody's tampered with them. Nobody ever sticks that stuff back in. I actually have a few of those we could look through. Coin number 30 goes to Penny Hoarder. There's been a couple. A lot of the stuff that looks like Woody, I think, is the rubber from the counting wheel. Whatever they had the pressure set at, these things, some of them have a lot of rubber on them. These were rolled at National Bank of Chicago. Yeah, the chances of you finding them, if you find them, like the 09S VDBs, there has been authentic ones found. Like there was the kid in Michigan that found one in his lunch change. But the last two that I've seen found or heard of being found by like coin roll hunters, they were not authentic. The next coin for Paul Hampton. It has nothing to do with trust, just finding a 1909 roll. A lot of banks didn't use rolled coins back then. They would buy like a $5 little canvas bag. At one time, I had a lot of mint sewn bags, and I had some in the 40s. They weren't mint sewn, but they were tagged with like a lead seal that was like embossed. And I had a 43D bag that was a $10 bag, and I had a $5 bag too, and they came out of the same bag. I actually split the bag with somebody, and that's it. The stores wouldn't go buy 10 rolls of pennies. A whole department store would go buy 5 rolls of pennies for the whole store from the bank, and they wouldn't be rolled up. I mean, there was rolling machines. Maybe not in 1909. I'm not sure. I think that the Batdorf was somewhere in the teens when he got the patent on the rolling machine. But even then, a lot of banks didn't have them. Coin number 32 goes to Jim Fletcher. Come on. We need something. And man, when we went to the fun show last year, The 14Ds, they were insane. They were, you couldn't get even a well circulated one. Was way over what it should be. They weren't cutting no deals on anything like that. It is, but I don't think it actually is anymore, Dennis. I think they took it out of the book because they realized that it wasn't that uncommon. There's a lot of 60D and 70D that have no FGs. And when they say no FG, though, it has to be no FG. There's a lot of them that people say, oh, it has no FG and a floating roof. And if you look real hard, you can still see a remnant of the FG on there. But I think they removed that from Cherry Pickers listings. I'm not certain, though. I know a lot of people still covet it. So we'll see. We're going to have a roll of 16. I'm kind of excited about that roll. Hey, no troublemaking in here. Coin 34 goes to Sissy. Hold on, I got to lock her out of the room. She's getting into stuff. Come on. Yeah, come on. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. But that little dog don't do nothing until you're in the middle of something. Darn it. Come on. Coin 35 goes to Roger. I'm sure Chuck will end up having 14Ds eventually. Those come around. The 1909S, they don't come around that often. As a matter of fact, that 69D rolls tomorrow, isn't it, Dennis? Well, there's only 4 die pairs. So it's very easy to actually get the information to figure out if it's authentic or not. Jim Fletcher, coin number 5. Coin 36 goes to Ant. All right, coin 37 goes to Yo Man. You know what I might do between Christmas and Thanksgiving is I might get a bunch of rolls that are like RPM date rolls, and we'll go through a bunch of those one week. Like that 61D roll, I added that just because I got it in the mail and I saw it had an RPM on the end. It's like, hey, excellent. We're going to do that. I want to know what's inside of it. The next coin's for Raymond. Seen this die before. You never know. Maybe one day when between Christmas and New Year's, we'll have just a big roll reveal day where we'll just look for RPMs all day. Maybe we'll just do roll digs or something. I don't know. I'll try to think of something cool to do though. If you guys are up for it. Actually, you probably should be able to do something with that, Stonecutter. Next coin's for Jim Fletcher. I think you'll do pretty decent on a 1909 SVDB for that. I think you'll have a hard time getting a nice 14D for that amount of money. I mean, you can get a well-circulated one reasonable, but when you get into the MS stuff, they were crazy. Getting kind of excited about going to the fun show too. Anybody here plan on going? Coin 40 goes to Roger. Yeah, I know Sissy said she was going to try and make it, and I think Brian Allen is going to try. I'm actually at the point now where I think I might be able to make it. I think things will be settled down enough here to do it. Haven't heard from Chuck yet whether he's planning on it or not. He did, Paul. Oh, what does 1mm 10? It's not 1mm. It's FS, which is Fazaz Stanton. It's the cherry picker's number, and it wasn't 109. It's 901. But like if you see one that has a designation 1mm 109, like a 1960D, it would be a 1 cent. The one is designation for 1 cent. The MM would be for mint mark variety, and the 109 would be the number, and that would be basically RPM 109 on the copper coin system. Oh, nice! Finally, and that kind of looks like a nice one too, and that is for Carl. Oh, I love RPMs. I've been an RPM hunter for many years now. I used to find double dies, but I never actually searched for them. And that's why I always say when people say, oh, that roll's been looked through. You don't know what it's been looked through for. A lot of the rolls that I sold back in the day, they might not have had RPMs in it, but they could have had anything else. High-grade coins, anything like that. And as a matter of fact, the one dealer I deal with, I kind of got an agreement with him. I tell him, go through and pull your high-grade coins out. He doesn't do anything with varieties at all. And then he sells me the rolls for a steal. Because he pulls everything that he thinks is like 67 or 66 out. Now I've started searching for everything. Oh, I gotta keep that one out. That was for Carl. We found an RPM finally. God. And that looks like a pretty nice one too. Hope we find another one. We've got 10 coins to find another one. No, ask away. I do the best I can do to keep up with the chat. But I'm kind of new at this. It's just starting to become easy for me to talk to you guys while I'm doing this. But I really do enjoy doing it because I really enjoy hunting coins. Or maybe we'll do, I got a 97p bag. Maybe we'll do that over the holidays. Coin 44 goes to Sissy. Oh, I have been. Oh, which one? The last coin? Were you talking about the last coin, Paul? Carl's, okay. I'll get that out right now and look at it again. Just to be sure, so I know what I'm looking for. Good eye. It could be. I don't think it's enough, though. You're talking about this little wing right there. Usually they're flat when they go across here. I'll have to look at it when I can put a little bit of an angle on it, but that is a nice RPM. That's kind of sweet. Coin 45 goes to Kelly Ray. Yeah, I've actually been looking at, there's so many spots that this date can have doubling on. Oh, that's something I might have. That might be, I can give away one time. I think I have some 64D DDOs. Yeah, you can kind of see like that little tail off of it. I'll look at it a lot better under the scope when I can tilt it. Problem with me tilting the coins to show you guys is I'm constantly focusing because the field is tilted. We are winding down on this, but at least it wasn't a skunk. There's got to be another one in here, though. All right, coin 47. It's for Crispy. See, I'm thinking that one's like this one, Paul. It's got a little bit of dye deterioration that's causing that. It's like pulling the whole outside. But I'll have to spend some time with it just to check it out. Hey, Mr. French. That's a later die state coin. Coin 48 goes to Penny Hoarder. Tomorrow I should be back about the same time. Maybe a little later. It depends on how my day unfolds. I'm going to try and get one of the fence posts. Well, I'm going to try to get the broken fence posts out of the ground tomorrow. So, coin 49, or at least a couple of them. As much as I don't want to do that kind of stuff, I figure if I do a little bit of it myself, maybe I'll be able to eat up some of my deductible and doing the work myself. Fixed my gate today, had to rebuild them. So now 2 of the 3 gates are fixed. Oh, that one on Carl's is a little bit sharper than that last one that I saw. What you do is you come to the reveal show, JM, and I think for at least the next couple weeks it's going to be on Monday at 7 o'clock. And I usually have 4 rolls. This week I'm doing 5 rolls. And maybe I'll do 5 rolls through the holiday. It depends on how much time people have. Coin number 50. But you come to that and the rolls are done on a shotgun start and we sell them off. Most of the coins that I do are $2 a spot. So it's not anything that's really going to break the bank. I do have a 52D Fed Reserve Bank of Chicago roll that I'm going to do in the next few weeks. And I do have a 45D roll, I believe, that I'm going to do before the holidays. I have to look and see what kind of stuff I have in the boxes. I have a few hundred penny boxes full of pennies, so. All right, that's it for this reveal. 1 RPM. I'm going to have to get another roll of those out tonight and see if there's more in the other rolls. I'm going to show Carl's coin off again, though, because I think that's a nice RPM. What do you guys think? I mean, it just stands right out. Wonder if there's a lower serif that there is, just a little one, though. Yeah, I'm a memorial guy too, JM. But like I say, I usually do from 59 through 64 and maybe like 56, 57, 58. I think I got a lot of rolls of 55D that I could do. Some people love wheat rolls though. So I'd try to do a couple of them here and there, but most of the time I'll be doing the RPM rolls for a couple bucks a piece, or yours that might have. I might start something after the first of the year where I pick a roll like a 2007P or 2003P and sell people 5 spots for $5 or something like that, and then it would just come in one flip. All 5 coins would be in a 2.5 inch flip. I've been mulling that idea around, calling it like a coin reveal light, so we can look in rolls that might have varieties, but they're varieties that would be very minimal stuff. It's just a thought. And we can talk about that more later. Yeah. And you know, the local coin shops, I can remember every time I used to go in 20 years ago when I lived in Michigan, the coin shop would have, he would have 500 memorial rolls. And he would just blow them out to me because he would buy them because they were like in a collection of stuff that he wanted. And now you go in there and you're lucky to come out with a couple rolls. Unless you want to do like real late stuff. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Mr. French. It's just something different. I've got to, like I say, mull over the idea on how I want to do it. Because I would have to get the expense down and all that other stuff to actually do it. And that's what I had gotten these flips right here. I don't know if you can see it, me putting it under there. Does it show? Right there. Those are 2.5-inch flips. They will actually hold 5 cents on each side. So, and that would make like 10 people could get in one of those rolls. Well, Parvis, I used to have them all in a box in the $25 red boxes. I buy new ones from bank supply companies. And then I would put an inventory of the dates on the box. But as I got more and more and filled boxes up with certain dates, then boxes just got stuffed and have, 20 different dates in them. But I do have a roundabout idea on what's in every box. The bottom line is I actually need to organize my rolls. I do know, like, later, Carl, that like 60D, I've got a couple, like maybe 225 bank wrapped rolls. That's 3/4 boxes full. They're all in one. See you, Farm Dog. I'll hopefully see you guys all tomorrow. I'll be starting about the same time on that 69D roll. But yeah, that's about it. And it's like the other ones. I try to organize everything into 2x2 boxes or into sheets and folders. Like my master collection's in binders and folders. And that's how I actually verify when I cross to a different attribution system, is through my binders. But anyways, I'm going to let everybody go for tonight. I'm glad you joined me, and I hope you join me again tomorrow. And I hope everybody has a great night. We'll see y'all soon.